Well, welcome to this week's edition of Mainely Motorsports, and she's back. She never left, but you get sad when you're not here, though, don't you?
I do. I get a little sassy when I'm not here, too.
Yeah, when we had Caitlin on a couple weeks ago, you were feisty.
I was a little feisty.
Yeah, no, it's good, but that's your seat. Nobody's taking it. They'll just keep it warm for you. But, man, it's just the season started. Short track racing is among us. And now we're already getting into some big events, you know what I mean? Some real big events. And the tours have made their stop in Maine and New Hampshire. Now they're heading to Vermont and, Modifieds, ACT, the Pro All-Star Series, the Granite State Pro Stock Series, And then you take the wheeling level, the wheeling mods. And, the only thing missing is the old Busch North. I mean, because you were a little kid, maybe even a littler than a little kid, but the old Busch North Series, that's one thing that's missing around here. But I will say the Pro All-Star Series has got the best of the best. And although they didn't race like it this past weekend over the Star, and I heard through the grapevine Mr. Mayberry was not happy with the performance that his guys put on, So that's good when the promoter steps up and he wants the product on track to be a quality product. They all do, but he's the guy that you're going to race the way he wants you to race, so you're not going to race his tour, and no matter who you are. So just one of those deals, and man, DJ Shaw is on fire.
Yeah, he is. Another win this past weekend to follow up a win previous the season
Thompson,
with
and then
Thompson.
Should have had Oxford if they don't get a late race caution, so. Man, I don't know what Dale and DJ did over the off season on their cars, but they knew they had to do some catch up. But with the Taylor stuff going as good as it was, so good for them. You know what I mean? It's good for business, and they're running up front. So hopefully our DJ Shaw, Dale Shaw car runs up front as we make the trek over to Lee this weekend. But I want to throw out a couple of shout outs this week. I mean, good to see Jeff Taylor back in Victory Lane. It's been 6 or 7 years that it's taken him to get back to Victory Lane because he doesn't race that much.
Yeah.
But good to see that guy getting it done. And, on a much smaller scale, over to Beech Ridge, Ryan Phillips, had a nice podium finish. You were there. The last 2 years or 3 years of racing for him has just been brutal. Last year they had that where their transmission exploded, the car's locked up, broke his elbow, broke his arm. I mean, it was just a fiery, scary wreck on the backstretch. It was a fluke, just in the middle of the race, just boom.
Yeah.
And then a couple of years ago, who could forget him going to Hudson and almost ended up in the pond out back and flipping his modified and absolutely destroying that. So it's had a couple of tough years, a couple of bad wrecks, but still plugging away. So really good when I got the. I saw your Facebook post because I was at a dance recital, so I wasn't able to go to any races this past weekend. But when I saw your post on the Mainly Motorsports page about him finishing third, that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, and I also, on that note too, wanted to kind of give a shout out to Donnie Culprit, who finished second in the Pro Series race, and he struggled in recent years too, and he wound up with another podium finish. Up there in the heat, up there in the race, stayed up there the entire time, challenged other drivers. That gave him a little bit of a challenge for, second place. And, finally getting back up there too. But like you said, Ryan Phillips, one of the first.
It's good to see that stuff because it's so easy to get down on yourself, down on your, the whole race program. And, because it's a lot of work to get there week in and week out. And then when you totally destroy race cars, it makes it a lot more work, So, good run for those guys, and man, there's just so much happening. I know it seems like it's going to be here in a few weeks, but it's going to be here before we know it. The All Eras Race Car Show at Bentley Saloon, put on by Mainly Motorsports and Bentley Saloon. We encourage everybody to bring your car, bring your bike, bring your street rod, bring your race car, your drag car, your go-kart, and just set up and have a great time. It's a few hours long, and it's just a good time. A lot of people walking around, meeting people, talking racing, and really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I've got a couple of Chasing the Checker drivers that I sponsor. I'm trying to get them all to, kind of come and show support at that show. It was great last year. I don't think there were race cars everywhere you looked. They were over on this side of the building, over on this side of the building, out front. I don't think we could squeeze any more in if we tried, and it was great to see different tracks represented. But I think it's cool because it also gives the Thursday night drivers not a lot of them have their cars ready for the shows that we do during the winter, but this is kind of their time as well to kind of step up and show off their cars and show off their sponsors.
Yeah, it's a week before Thursday Thunder starts, so it's neat because the race season started. Now you got a little bit of, added excitement. Got a car show going down there, and see the Hall of Famers walking around, the legends.
Yeah.
Last year, anybody that brought a car and participated, we gave them a plaque, a commemorative plaque with a signed picture of Bentley Warren over the years. And this year, the same thing, but it's not Bentley, it's another, what I would call pretty iconic race car driver for the state of Maine. So you'll have to come, bring your car, put it on display to get a plaque. And it's something we started last year and we're going to continue to do. So pretty neat that Bentley and Lisa and the whole staff down there and what they do. And we're excited to be a part of it and help put it on. So June 5th, you don't got to check in. I mean, it's always nice check in with Amy or Dan Walker or myself or the staff at Bentley's so we know you're coming. But you don't have to. Just show up sometime between 2 and, I tell everybody try to be there between 2 and 4. Some are there earlier, and just enjoy a cold beverage and have fun.
Yeah, that's our time too. Like, you'll see, like, once things get settled down and we're done interviewing people, I walked around, just had a nice cold beer, walked around talking to people. It's just like you said, a nice relaxing time. Racing's already started for some of us, has been, kind of a jam-packed couple of weeks. So it's just a nice couple of hours to, just kind of settle down, talk to people, and just have a good time.
Yeah, so June 5th, that's coming up right at Bentley Saloon. So we're going to take a break. We come back. We're going to talk some other racing and some racing that took place this past weekend. And, everybody, the point battle's heating up already.
Hi, I'm Scott from Scott's Recreation. We just had the biggest month in our history. Why? We're selling campers at wholesale to the public, even the 2019s. So what did we do? We went out and bought a bunch more. Up to 40% off travel trailers and fifth wheels, up to 35% off toy haulers, up to 30% off motorhomes. You'll never see these prices again. Over 400 campers to choose from, all at wholesale prices.
Scott's Recreation, Route 4 Turner and Route 202 Manchester, Maine.
I'm Melinda. My husband Steve and I operate E-Keys for Cars in Saco. E-Keys is family owned with over 20 years in the car key business. Need an extra key? We promise to provide the best quality at a good price. Walk-ins are always welcome with no appointment ever needed. You'll be in and out in minutes. And yes, E-Keys still handles emergencies. But why wait? E-Keys for Cars, Route 1 on the Auto Mile in Saco.
E-Keys for Cars.
Wiscasset Speedway is back, and we have the cure for your need for speed. Maine's biggest and fastest proudly presents 8 featured divisions, including Pro Stocks, late models, 4-cylinder Pro Stocks, modifieds, and more. Plus special features throughout the season, including the Nell Car Legends, the Wicked Good Vintage Racers, the NEMA Midgets, Enduros, and more. All this fun, all this excitement, all for just $5. Wiscasset Speedway, west on the road, Wiscasset. Online at Facebook and WiscassetSpeedway.com.
Mainly Motorsports, brought to you by
LKQ Core. Any part, any repair, anywhere. Located on Route 202 in Gorham.
Wiscasset Speedway, Maine's biggest and fastest, with $5 admission every weekend and loads of family fun. Check us out at WiscassetSpeedway.com.
Well, welcome back to Mainly Motorsports, and one of our favorite tracks. We haven't made the track yet, but we're coming, and it's getting closer to be able to make it up there, and that's Wiscasset Speedway. Richard and Vanessa, it's their playhouse. And it's just a fun place to go, and the racing's great, the crowds are great, just the atmosphere, and I'm sure 2019 is no different.
Yeah, I'm excited that they finally got a good, nice day full of nice weather and no rain in the forecast, because they've been dealing with that. They dealt with that for the first 2 weeks of competition and weren't able to get any races in. So I'm glad they're finally up and going. And I can't help but smile when I talk about Wiscasset. I was talking about them earlier because we were just talking about different things that tracks do for the fans, and I was just like, a lot of tracks are kind of eliminating stuff like souvenir haulers and stuff like that, and Wiscasset still has that there, and they have great activities for the kids. So it's just a great, fun place to go to enjoy some racing.
Absolutely. So we got some highlights. Got the Outlaw Minis, the Strictly Streets, and the Modifieds. And we'll take a break, and we'll come back and show you the late models. So enjoy the highlights, and thank you to Brandon Simmons, who does a great job up there and really allows us to even show more than what we'd be able to do because he's there every week. So thank you to him once again, and enjoy these highlights from Wiscasset Speedway.
That wins the drag race to turn one out around Childs and into the lead. Jimmy Childs, 20 on Jason Kimball. Jason, the son of the late Dave Kimball, who used to wheel cars and actually Claudette was the winner last week in the Thunder 4 mini race. Jimmy won the 20s mini stock tour race on the last.
Showing in third now. These cars are going out now. Is still being shown in second place. I believe Romano being shown in third. Jonathan and Zachary lead them out of turn two. Coach is very strong too, with Robbins and Brad Christie. Red flag flies, got flames under that 61 of Sean Austin. All right, so we're going to get
trusted name in residential and commercial site work in the southern Maine area, call Peter Pettit Excavating. We can handle everything from the complete house lot to those nasty water and sewer line repairs. Septic systems are another area that we specialize in. During the snow season, Pettit Excavating has the equipment to handle any size job.
And when the race season arrives, be sure to follow the number 7 Hewitt's Family Restaurant Chevrolet on the past Super Late Model Tour.
Call 207-282-9305 to get the job done right. That's Peter Pettit Excavating.
Don't deal with just anybody to seal coat your driveway or business this season. Call Black Magic. They bring over 20 years of experience in seal coating and crack filling. Black Magic's skilled team makes sure the job is always done right, on schedule with quality workmanship at a fair price. Protect your investment in your driveway by getting it sealed with Black Magic.
Ooh, Black Magic.
My name is Scott. This is Devin. We're the owners of Black Magic Seal Coating. Let us earn your business today. You'll be glad you did.
Patman's Redemption and Agency Liquor Store is located at 95 Tanberg Trail in Windham, Maine. With over 400 feet of hard liquor and 15 doors of ice-cold beer and soda, Patman's can handle all of your beverage needs. And if it's wine on your agenda, we have over 300 varieties in stock. Then when the party's over, Patman's can handle all of your Maine returnables, and we welcome all bottle drives. And if you're late for the race, drop off the bottles and pick up the cash at your convenience.
Hey, this is Pat Man himself, just letting you know that Pat Man's is your one-stop shop for all your thirsty needs.
Welcome to Mainely Motorsports.
To order a copy of this show, send a check or money order for $15, including shipping and handling to Mainely Motorsports, 2 Main Street, Suite 17-103, Bedford, Maine, 04005. And please add the show number in the description of the show.
Well, you just saw some late model highlights, and one of the favorites as they head into the Coastal 200 there coming up in a couple weeks, Memorial Day weekend. Chris Thorne picked up the win, and that Coastal 200 pays a lot of money for a late model guy, and it's always a great race.
That's one thing that I love about it too, is that you always see the big payouts for, super late model kind of stuff, and wheel and modified tour, of course, when they come in town, stuff like that. But you never see it for the smaller divisions like the late models, and that's what I love about the Coastal 200. Has always been one of my favorite divisions. And Ben Ashline, came up last year and kind of stole the show, and then Chris Thorne, like you said, is up there as well. So it's a really, really, really fun.
Yeah.
event
So
to
you
go
had
to.
Chris Thorne, Ben Ashline, prohibitive favorites. Aaron McLaughlin won it 2 years ago, led just about every lap there was. The Sinclairs, Ryan Sinclair, Josh Sinclair, you can't count those guys out. There's some heavy hitters. There'll be 10 to 15 guys capable of winning that race, and then with a little luck, you add another 10 guys that could do it. So really looking forward to it. It's Memorial Day weekend. I know one of the other things they try to do, and you've stepped up, I've stepped up, Debbie stepped up. $25 get your name on a lap. Ken Minett's great about mentioning the lap sponsors out there, and we always try to give back and support the tracks that support us, and that's one of the biggest supporters of us, and really appreciate it. So it's your chance to throw your $25 down on your lap, and you never know who's going to take your money. That's always a cool thing. Who took my money?
Yeah, I think it's really cool that this money goes directly towards the drivers, and like you said, it's cool to know that you're supporting a purse for them, and kind of supporting what they're doing out there on the track. So like you said, it'll be exciting to find out just who ended up with your $25.
So that's coming up the Sunday of Memorial Day weekend, the Coastal 200 at the Center of Speed, Wiscasset Speedway. So we're going to take a break. We come back. We got plenty to talk about as Memorial Day weekend's coming, and this weekend Dream Ride Racing kicks off. So we're going to take a break. We'll be right back here on Mainly Motorsports.
Football fans, have we got a deal for you? VIP Tour and Charter Bus Company is offering round-trip transportation to Gillette Stadium to watch the New England Patriots make another run for the Super Bowl. Ride in style knowing we're doing the driving. So if you've got a ticket, we've got your ride. It doesn't get any better than that. Just log on to VIPChartercoaches.com, click on the Browse Book Tour button, and book your trip today. It's that simple. Relax and leave the driving to us, and we'll leave the tailgating to you.
Hi, I'm Johnny Wolf. Here at 21st Century Motors, we've been in business since 1972, and we take pride in our work. We have a large selection of pre-owned vehicles that are clean and ready. I personally drive and state inspect every vehicle we sell. We're experts at getting your car financed, whether you have good, bad, or no credit. We purchase vehicles several times a week, so there's always plenty to choose from. Come on in and make a deal today at 21st Century Motors in Gorham, or online at 21stcenturymaine.com.
Saturday night, June 1st. It's Funny Cars Under the Stars, presented by the New Hampshire Lottery and O'Reilly Auto Parts at New England Dragway. Alcohol Funny Cars, Stacey McGlory and Robin Stambaugh. And Nitro Funny Cars, The Nor'easter, Keith Davidson's Bits and Pieces, Chuck Exton and the Devil's Fuel. We've got Jets. What the hot rods from hell. Saturday night, kids 5 and under are free. So is parking. Bring a non-winning New Hampshire Lottery ticket for a discount at the gate. Funny Cars Under the Stars. Tickets and info right now at NewEnglandDragway.com.
Mainly Motorsports, brought to you by
Scotch Recreation. Whether you're thinking about your first camper or looking to upgrade your current one, Scotch Recreation can help you. Get both our Route 202 Manchester and our Route 4 Turner locations, and online at scotchrecreation.com.
Bentley Saloon, Route 1 in Arundel. Stop by and see why me and my friends say, who has more fun than us? We do.
Well, welcome back to Mainly Motorsports, and something that started way back in January and thought we'd never get here, and that's the Dream Ride Racing program. Well, lo and behold, we're getting ready to fire it up and turn some laps and go start earning some money for the Special Olympics over there at Lee USA Speedway this weekend. So pretty excited about the whole program, and I don't know, pretty anxious too.
Yeah, I'm anxious. It's nice to see something that I've heard you talk about since before anyone, public even heard about it, and it's cool to be a part of it. And it's crazy to think how much, we've talked about it time and time again, how much money has been raised so far, and now we're up in the ante and, making that goal even bigger. But there's been a lot of anticipation, a lot of people jumping on board, and it's like you just want to go out there and like have and most importantly like have a good time, but have also a good race, be able to raise some more money. And it's like you said, it's exciting, but it's also a little bit nerve-wracking at the same time.
No, absolutely. And as you follow along with this and you see us at the shows with our sponsor board and everything up there, it's crazy for the amount of people that have jumped on board and wanting to be a part of this. And now it gets real. Now we're trying to go win races. The better off we finish, obviously the money, but the money goes directly to the Hometown Foundation and the Special Olympics. So it's not like it stays in-house with the race team. So it's been a little nerve-wracking for me, self-funding it, and using a little of this, a little of this, a little of that to get us to the racetrack and, buy the tires and get the guys in and all that. But it's something after I went to Dream Ride last August over there at the Farmington Polo Grounds and actively participated in the event with the Olympians and saw how much fun they had and how special this all was for them. It made me want to do more, and lo and behold, here we are doing more. And I cannot thank the sponsors. And we'll have highlights next week about what went on there. And but right out of the rip, I got to thank the Wrens. They had enough of a headache owning 2.5 racetracks and putting on the May Madness event that we're going to participate in. But Norm Wren III wanted to be involved in this. So he's like, yep, put me down. So right at Portland, he signed right up. Didn't know what he was going to do, didn't know what he was going to do. We talked about it this week. He says, I don't need to promote my racetrack. I don't need to promote my business. I want to promote somebody that is huge for this sport and does a lot for us, and that's Bentley Saloon. So donning the rear quarters of the Super Late Model this weekend is Bentley Saloon. Norm giving back to Bentley, giving him a little exposure, and Bentley's huge about charities. Does his annual ride to Lee on Super Ollie Silver Night for the Victory Junction Camp. So that's a big deal. And then our silver level sponsor this week, Cayenne Hot Dogs. You know what I mean? So stop by the trailer, have a hot dog with us. It's just going to be so exciting. We get this first one under our belt, and then we'll be able to breathe a little bit and go, all right, now we're going to get better. We want to promote it very heavily. We want to have some athletes there. We want people to be aware. And if you see us out there at the track or you want to contact us and how can you be involved, like I said, our sponsorship packages are $500 a piece for the bronze level. That's all you got to do. We'll make payments, 5 payments, 10 payments, whatever is going to work for you. But you know what? If we'll take anything because we want to hit $100,000. So we're already at $55,000. We got 2 fundraisers left to go, one at Star and one at Wiscasset. And then Bobby Weber doing his thing and helping donate through his race team and some of the other things that are going to happen. I think we can hit it. And I've got a goal in mind of when I want to hit it. So we'll see. And pretty excited about it. But it kicks off this weekend over at Lee USA Speedway. May Madness. You got 2 Valente Modified Racing Series events, 250 lappers, the Granite State Pro Stocks, the new Outlaw Late Model division from the Granite State Pro Stocks, the Lee Late Models, the Mini Stocks, the Battle of the Belt for the New Hampshire Short Track Racing Association, NEMA Lights, NEMAs, just Pro 4 Modifieds. 9 divisions will be in act, 8 divisions, 9 features between Saturday and Sunday. Get out there. They kick the year off. Dream Ride Racing Program, come out and support us and find out what it's all about. So really going to be a good weekend.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm excited, to get it rolling and see what happens. And like you said, it's just any division that you could think of is going to be there this weekend. So anything that you want to see is going to be there at the track. There's going to be a lot of it, a lot of racing action, a lot of good things going on with Dream Ride. Like you said, stop on by. Anything helps. Like you said, anything helps. We just want to get to that goal that we have, and I'm really excited.
Nope, absolutely. So we appreciate it. Appreciate what the Wrens have done. Joe Bassett, the entire group over there, supporting us and everything we do, not only with Dream Ride Racing, but the TV show Mainely Motorsports, Chasing the Checkered. So really looking forward to do our part in helping them have a very successful and a very good 2019. So we take a break. we got some other race highlights from a track in New Hampshire that puts on some great racing and has what I consider, just like the late models at Wiscasset, the 350 Supers at Star, one of the top divisions in all of New England.
Hi, I'm Sean Moody. We take pride in our facilities, and at Moody's, it's what's inside that matters. We believe it's more than just the exterior looking good, it's what's inside that matters. Restoring the structure of your vehicle to factory specs is critical to your safety. I'm proud of our Moody's co-worker owners who understand the importance of protecting a valuable asset. And we all know what our most valuable asset is. It's what's inside that matters.
Servicing differentials is virtually impossible. The confined space makes fill holes difficult to reach, and industry-standard conical bottles are rigid and hard to squeeze. That combination makes for a messy job. Plus, you can't get all of the gear lube out of the bottle, so you have to buy more than you need to complete the job. And engineering your own solution only results in disaster. Not anymore. Introducing the new AMSOIL Easy Pack. Easily access hard-to-service differentials. Easily squeeze out all of the contents. And easily stay clean while you do it. No more leftover fluid or inconvenient rigid bottles. No more trouble reaching difficult fill holes. No more mess. AMSOIL Severe Gear in the new Easy Pack. The solution to all your problems.
Another first from AMSOIL. For a stocking dealer nearest you, call toll-free 877-761-8375 or visit fourseasonsynthetic.com.
Well, welcome back to Mainely Motorsports. You heard us mention earlier the Pro All-Star Series was in action over the Star Speedway this past weekend, but also their support divisions. And the 350 Superclass is stacked with names, drivers, and it puts on great racing.
Yeah, that's one thing I always love to see. Like that and the Legends are like my two favorite divisions, and it's really just cool to see them, you know, zip around the track. And I was up close seeing them. I think it was Wiscasset last year, and those things are incredible.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. So we got some highlights. The street stocks are in action, the mini stocks, the 6-shooters, and then we'll come back and we'll show you the highlights of the 350 Super modified race from Star Speedway.
Welcome to LST Landscaping, where we've been providing complete landscape solutions to all of southern Maine since 1969. We specialize in year-round landscape maintenance and snow services, including weekly lawn mowing, seasonal cleanups, sweeping, mulching, and so much more. Many more customizable services are available upon request. Please call our office today at 207-878-1578 or visit our website, lstlandscapinginc.com.
We know Maine is hard on cars, so when your ignition won't turn or you lose your key, that just adds insult to injury. Why tow it? eKeys for Cars technicians will solve your problem in your dooryard or at the mall and get you back on the road. AAA member? You should be. Your AAA locksmith coverage comes right off the bill. eKeys for Cars, Maine's fast, affordable solution to your car key and lock problems. On the Auto Mile, Route 1, Saco.
E-Keys for Cars.
Mainely Motorsports, brought to you by
Four Seasons Synthetic. See them for all your AMSOIL product needs.
Moody's Collision Centers, now with 7 convenient locations: Gorham, Scarborough, Biddeford, Portland, Sanford, Lewiston, and now South Portland. Visit us at moodyscollision.com.
I said, the 350 Supers, the best race I saw in all of 2018 was the Eddie Whitkin Memorial Race on Star Classic night for those 350 Supers. Best race I saw anywhere in all of New England last year, and this year looks like they're no different. You know, and once again, we got to shoot a shout out to Caitlin Osborne, you know, running around with the video camera or the phone, and really makes it nice for us to be able to, you know, show some highlights with some different places when we're not able to be there. So I know we'll run into her this weekend at Lee, and wish her the best of luck on her little radio show, the Northeast Racing Recaps, sponsored by Advanced Gas Distributors. So tune in to iHeartRadio down in New Hampshire. I don't know if we can get it up here in Maine, but really appreciate all she does for us here at Mainely Motorsports. So we'll take a break, come back, wrap up this week's show, and tell you what's going on all around New England over the next couple of weeks.
Saturday night, June 1st. It's Funny Cars Under the Stars. Presented by the New Hampshire Lottery and O'Reilly Auto Parts at New England Dragway. Alcohol Funny Cars. Stacey McGlory and Robin Stambaugh. And Nitro Funny Cars. The Nor'easter. Keith Davidson's Bits and Pieces. Chuck Exton and the Devil's Fuel. We've got jets. Plus the hot rods from hell. Saturday night. Kids 5 and under are free. So is parking. Bring a non-winning New Hampshire Lottery ticket for a discount at the gate. Funny Cars Under the Stars. Tickets and info right now at NewEnglandDragway.com.
Legendary race car driver Bentley Warren is putting Arundel on the map. When Bentley Saloon opened in 2004, it was just a little bar room on the side of the road. Today we have a giant saloon with live music, dancing, and great food and drink indoors and out. We're always looking to meet new friends and have a good old time. There's always something exciting going on at Bentley's. That's why we like to say, who has more fun than us? We do!
Welcome back to Mainely Motorsports, and as me and Steve have talked about over the past couple segments, racing season is here in full swing. A lot of different racing events going on. Maine, New Hampshire, Connecticut, all over the board.
Support it.
Yeah, support it. Get out there, and wherever you may be, you know, go support your track. And something also big coming up this weekend as well is Speedway 51, hosting the
Pro All-Star Series.
Pro All-Star Series Super Late Models, the Pro All-Star Series Modified Division. Unfortunately, this past weekend, the Legends weren't able to get going at Hudson because that was another rain out to start out the season, but they are going to get their season going at Speedway 51. So not only will there be a big program at down at Lee where we're going to be, but there's also going to be a big program down there. So no matter where you want to go in New Hampshire, there's going to be racing action.
You know, White Mountain's rolling. You know, obviously, Memorial Day weekend, Granite State Pro Stock Series Saturday night is in action over at Monadnock. The next night, the Tri-Track Series is in action at Claremont. So 2 tracks very close to each other. That's a good way to spend Memorial Day weekend if you're not going to Wisconsin for the Coastal 200. And if you don't want to go circle track racing, go down to Lee and watch the Monster Truck Show. So just a lot going on. You always find something to do, and then Bartlett Bridge opens up this week. So yeah. I encourage everybody to support any type of racing. You know, just get out there, support it. Support, you know, you go to Beechridge every week, find that Sunday or that Friday night, you can go somewhere else. Just broaden your horizons. And one other thing before we go off the air, June 8th at Moody's Collision Centers out in Lewiston, they got a car show. You know, donations accepted for as you come in. They're giving out awards, and I'm not doing them. I'm offended. I'm not really. I don't get worried about that stuff. But nope, they're going to have awards, you know, donations, 50-50 raffle, a bake sale, all raising money, and all the proceeds go to the Children's Advocacy Center that Lincoln, Androscoggin, and Oxford counties. So, you know, the community is trying to give back, and Sean Moody is one of our supporters in the Dream Ride Racing program. Always does a lot. So get out there if you got a hot rod. Cruise on down to Moody's Collision Center in Lewiston on June 8th. Put it in the show. Maybe you win a trophy, but if nothing else, just support a great guy and support the Advocacy Center for Children there for those counties. So hope you all enjoyed this week's episode. We'll have some race highlights next week, providing the weather's all good for us, huh?
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Well, thank Amy. Welcome Amy back. And she's off to, I don't know where, but she's living a wild life. Oh, to be 24?
I'm 25.
Oh, to be 25. All right. For Amy, I'm Steve, and we'll see you next time right here on Mainely Motorsports.
Morbid on the mind, sunshine in my brain, making everyone complain. Radio in the heart, don't be time.